So I just heard this. You know, for me, I keep track of what they do to me, so I can always go back. You know, these perps. Sometimes I feel like this new perps coming in, doing their things. They go through the scripts. You know, they start with like high energy, and then you know the fact that they have to realize that these people are truly pedophiles, and I call them out for it. But this is gonna be about another falsified memory. Their job, they are living life. You see how they dress in their, not even, you see the comfort of what they in, and how they try to make you acceptive of this manipulation. I'm so thankful to God. Life is fair in different fashion. You gotta look at it in different ways. Oh, I'm going to go through it. What I'm going through right now is horrible. But there's somebody right now who's living life to make me acceptive of this pedophilia manipulation. He eats and sleep pedophilia, so I can live in that nasty pedophilia ways of thinking. They, this is his life. So it's fair. He chose to be involved where they are rewiring the brains in these pedophilia ways. He enjoys it because it makes him feel like a god, but this is how he has to be a god. I become this dignified person. I am this honorable person that I don't have to live life where I have to rewire people's brain in this fashion. I can have dignity even if I'm being tortured. Target individual, we have to see the honor in what we go through. You could have been this loser, this person talking to me. He goes through the script. I'm telling you, there's no way he can respect himself. He knows that if I look at him, it's not somebody that should be respected. They're falsifying this memory. As you can see, Louis C.K. Louis used to have a show back in 2000, mid 2010ish, right? And this show was super funny. I loved it. Louis C.K. at one point was one of my favorite comedians, but he had like a very funny show. It's kind of based on his life. He was like a single father, a divorcee, and he had two kids, two little girls. One was like a little like 4-5 year old. The other one was like 7-6 year old, right? And it was very funny. Now, one thing you've noticed already, memory manipulations is what they've been doing. Memory manipulation, you go through to my videos, all kind of, everywhere there's little kids in my memories, they're going to change it to make me experience a feeling of a stimulation that wasn't there. Because there's kids there, little girls. And today what's happening is when I see kids of all ages, but especially little girls, they force me to get sexual stimulation. So, what's happening? Typical memory manipulation. There's one part of the show I remember was really fun. It was like, there was one when he was just annoyed that these kids will always ask why, right? He had like this little girl who couldn't stop saying, why though? Why? It's like, why don't you give me the candy? Why? He was tired to answer the question. And it was a funny show and funny episode. Now, that episode in my head is experienced differently. What's happening is they're adding the stimulation, the sensations that I didn't experience at the time. Right? At one point, like, no, but just a little bit, I just put a little bit of it. Right? And you hear this perp. That's his job. To try to make me acceptive of this pedophilia manipulation. That they live life like this. These people will die. Matter of fact, it's funny. They say things like, oh, and then he won't. Right? Saying that they're going to do these foul things to us, to target individual, and it won't come back to them. They won't be reimbursed. And fortunately for them, like while they're doing that to me, they see how things are happening, not just to me. So when they say that, I was like, don't you feel kind of weird saying that? Because don't you see things happening during this? Because it looks like things will. But I'm so thankful you do you, and your trash. I put that in their face. I don't identify with none of these things, and I'm glad this low life is just a low life that he is. He knows if I call him a pedophile, so he won't. It's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Now tell me I'm gonna be raped and tortured. This trash can even see it. So they forced me to have this false memory. I look up the show because I'm gonna take a picture and it's like this is, and those little girls are now like teenagers or so. So I think I saw like one of the co-star being one of the kids, but now like a teenager. This person looked like a teenage kid now. Look like a 15-16 year old or something like that, or around that time, or around that age. At least that's what it looks like. As soon as I saw like somebody who looks young, like to be a kid, I'm like, I stopped looking because I can feel already they was already doing some stimulation. So this gave me this stimulation because they do these things for the babies and the older kids. And I hear this perp comes in and says, "Oh, she's not bad looking, huh? Not bad." It's like, oh, clown ass. You're a pathetic low life. You understand? They already make me have these false memories with this kid, this baby who's like a few years old, like 6, 5, 6, around that age. So of course, if they're doing that to this little girl, imagine what they can do to the older kids. And this tries like, oh, and then they try to go into their back and forth to try to make me acceptive of this manipulation they make me have today. So yeah, she's not bad looking. Trash, you're a bunch of low life pedophiles. You can't even say holy more, you fucking trash. That should just let you know in advance what you guys are. Whatever horrible pain I'm gonna go through, this is your life. In your comfort, eating well, sleep. All of that. Healthy. I'd rather die in every hell in life than if I am reincarnated and this is the life I live. And this is the life I'm living. God, please don't let me live that life. I'd rather die in hell than having the life. These people just humiliation. I know it's fun. I mean, let me just see if I can pull up how easy it is to do what they do. I'm so thankful for this purpose. To let me give you a sample of what these people look like. This is some male version of this. Try to disorient you, make you accepting of this manipulation. Then pretend like they're analyzing, looking. No. Falsifying my memories of this moment in this show where this kid can stop saying, why though, why? Making me have this nasty sexual stimulation which they try to create and manipulate me to experience in my memories. I didn't have that. It's what they're making me experience. Matter of fact, they're like, no, we just put a little bit. No, there's just a little bit in it. Just a little. It's like, no, none of that. You're changing my memories to add this stimulation and sensation that you're making me have today. And then when I go through the Google, I'm looking at Louis C.K.'s show. There's a picture which I think, and I changed quickly. I looked away quickly. I'm not even sure if it's 100%, but that person really looked young, like a kid, like teenager, and I stopped. Matter of fact, let me just see. Let me pull it up right now on camera. Let me see. And this is, I think, what it looks like the co-star, but now as like teenage kids. Louis C.K. Sure. Let me see. Sure. FX. Yeah, it looks like the kids now. And now they're putting stimulation. Ugh. And they give me stimulation. And this is not how I have to deal. Oh my gosh, the intense sensation. They are really playing my libido. And what's happening now is this. This is why I was scared to continue, because as soon as I saw this kid, who I thought was a kid, which I was right, I started immediately getting the stimulation. Let me. What's happening now is the sexual stimulation that you're gonna hear. Well, V2K. And then right now they're like, like this is no, like this is my 1500th video. So I don't get even nervous. I just don't like the reactions I get. It's just nasty, and the sensation I get. I'm just trying to pull this video that just shows. So this is what's happening.
This technology can be used to sexually manipulate the target. It can make the target feel sexual arousal.
So they forced me to get these sexual arousals now. I remember watching the show, none of these things, but today I'm having that. And when I pull up the Louie-adding show and they show the list of co-star, they show the kids. Now these kids are older kids, like teenage kids. And immediately when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a kid. And in my head, they still try to create this perception in different fashion. It's nasty. But you see, when she's a little girl, how they were messing with me in my memories. Now imagine her when she's like a teenage kid. It's the things they do. It's the things they try to make me identify with. And this trash, oh, she's not bad looking. Like, can you imagine? Try to make me think of her in a sexual way. So sad. So nasty. And they try to bring up whatever thing they can, they put together to make me accept you of these manipulations. Target individual, stay strong. I will never identify with this manipulation, but I know that will never be me. I will never have the thoughts of mine. But this is what I'm going to deal with for the rest of my life as a target individual. This
is what is referred to as malodorance. This is the alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the threat of planted dreams
and that's that. In my brain right now, thought process, I'm like, no, but you see this, and try to make me think of this picture of her now when she's a teenage kid, to try to, you know how quick I was when I immediately saw that this person's probably the kid. I just went up, and I could just see the blonde hair and whoop, and they tried to make it. Oh my gosh, it's so disgusting. But target individual, you gotta be strong. They work for pedophiles. The name of this man here can be said. He can be said, and I like to put that in their face. And by the way, sorry, yesterday they said something, oh, you like blonde girls. I'm blonde. I was like, and I didn't know that maybe they were talking about this. So sad, the blonde girl. Sad trash. What a reality.
And go a food court. Or even went to the mall to get into the holiday spirit. One woman recalls that she was 14 and working as Santa's helper at the Gadsden Mall.
Oh, this trash. Can you imagine? I was wondering, why are they saying blonde girl? Because it's not true. I don't care what hair color you have. But they try to say this kid. It's so nasty. They live life doing these things. They find ways of trying to make you accepting of this pedophilia type of torture that you clearly hear that they do. And they're like, oh, now they are. You know who says that? Clowns like this. I will never identify with this trash. And I'm glad that there's been testimonials of what they do. And people like her.
It is dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind. But he thoughts of pedophiles. Like this disgusting things. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting things that I don't even want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind. But it is what it is. So I have no choice now but to acknowledge that there are people in my surroundings or whatever they're doing. I don't know how they do it. I don't care. I don't know if it's through.
Like these clowns who try to convince you and make you accepting of these manipulations. I'm so thankful to God. Stay strong.